you are a business person and you want to have constant, reliable power supply for your business, the best thing that you can invest in is definitely solar. For a start, you can even have a power backup together with an inverter. This will ensure that you have electricity that is stored in case you have a power outage in your area. Now, a power outage will mean that you don't have electricity. This could come from a faulty transformer, or basically have the national grid which is faulty and therefore you don't have power supply. But with solar power supply, it means that your power is independent. You don't have to rely fully on the national grid. The power will always charge your battery and at that point store the electricity so that you may use it wherever you need it. Now, when electricity is on, it means that you will continue to use it, but the power is stored in your battery. Let's say you don't have the power supply, it means that you will continue enjoying power supply from the stored power in your battery.
Troubleshooting is very important, and today I'm here troubleshooting these batteries. My customer wanted my services, and definitely I was here to check on the batteries. If any of these batteries has an issue, it may affect the system in that it will keep charging throughout, consuming a lot of electricity. Are you a student looking forward to learn solar? We have a course that is ready. The link is on the description. Check it out.
Another thing that is so good for people who have solar panels is that when there is sunshine, the sun will always deliver power to the solar panels through these solar panel cells. The cells will convert that sunlight into meaningful electricity that can be used when there is need. By the way, did you know that there are inverters that are able to be used directly with the solar panels to provide power supply? And this is very, very useful so that during the day you don't use the national electricity and therefore you're not billed. And also the power that is stored in the battery is not used. And what you'll be using is the direct power that is harnessed from the sun.
Are you looking forward to having a solar system installed in your home or your business? At Topites Electricals and Electricians, we can assist you get the best sizing up for your solar power needs. Just click the link on the description and we will give you a free quote and guide you on how you'll be able to get solar power that is reliable and won't disappoint you in any way.
Continue enjoying this if this is what you have, and if you don't have, consider investing in it. Many people who are in business should not be experiencing any losses, especially that are caused by a power outage. If you have solar panels and when you are on off-grid connection, it means that you're not connected to the national utility grid or the national electricity supply. It means that you will continue to harness power through the solar panels. This power through the inverter will definitely be converted to meaningful electricity that is stored in the battery. The battery will continue to supply power even in the absence of the national electricity grid or the electricity that is flowing to homes or even to the businesses. Now, this is very important for many homeowners because they will not suffer any power outages. They have their own backup. Another important thing is that the businesses will continue to run efficiently if they have a power backup. Now, if you don't have solar panels, you don't need to worry. As long as the system has been sized up correctly, it means that you have the inverter and you also have the battery where you are storing your power in there. That means that you have a storage system so that when the national electricity is on, it means that it will charge the battery through the inverter. And so the battery in this case will act as a storage, assuming you have a water tank and there is rains that are happening. At that point, the rains will be storing the water in the water tank. And that means that you'll be harvesting water in those tanks. Assuming that there is no rainfall, it means that you will continue to use the water that was harvested in that storage tank. That is the same principle that works with the batteries. Many businesses are going to lose on profits, especially during this rainy season. Why? The national grid will be hit by a lot of faults that are coming from the result of the rains. Number one, if at all lightning strikes on the power line, you might have an outage in your business. My top boss, are you thinking about going solar? This is the best video that you can watch for you to make a better decision when it comes to powering your home, that of your customer, as well as powering your business. A power backup is normally having this inverter. The inverter is the central system that takes good care of the entire solar power backup. In a solar power system where you have the battery bank, the solar, as well as electricity, you have a lot of options right there. This system can give power output to the load from the battery bank, from the solar panels directly, as well as from the electricity. If you have a system whereby the solar is primarily the source of power, that means you have the solar panels as well as the batteries, it means that you don't have grid supply. This system is referred to as off-grid system. It will definitely supply your power needs without necessarily you worrying about national grid connectivity. For this system to work efficiently, it means that the load has to be determined prior. That means if someone is working on giving you the best power source that is off-grid, they must know the load that you have, and very importantly, how long is the load in use, especially in a single day. If for instance you have a microwave, how long is the microwave used in total in a period of 24 hours? All right. Now, the inverter is very, very important because it will be able to charge your battery. If let's say you have connected solar panels, the panels will definitely charge your battery or your battery bank or your power bank through this inverter. Now, top boss, if you're finding value out of our today's video, smash that like button. My top boss, before you connect the inverter, you must read the manual properly because different inverters are made different by the manufacturers. But basically, for the inverter to be connected, you must know how it is mounted, whether it is on the wall or some surface somewhere. Now, you must prioritize ventilation, prioritize the flow of air in that room or that place that you're installing that inverter. If there is insufficient airflow, it means that these vents on this inverter will definitely be blocked or they will have issues absorbing all the air for it to cool. Remember, whenever the inverter is charging or it is connected to a heavy load, it will definitely be hitting the ICs or the integrated circuits components, and the fans will have to run. These fans will have to absorb the air through the vents as well as push that hot air out of the ICs to ensure that that inverter is performing efficiently. Another important thing when it comes to this inverter, the question or the most important question is, can it be able to handle the load that it has been connected? Simply because it is an inverter, it is able to give an output of AC and power on that extension or that socket doesn't mean it will be able to support it. And therefore, working out on the load is very important when it comes to the inverter. Another important point when wiring this system, my top boss, is to ensure that you always have a multimeter. Sometimes you may make mistakes while installing it. Before powering it on, before connecting the panels to the inverter, before connecting the battery to the inverter, top boss ensure that you take the readings. Ensure that everything is okay using this digital multimeter so that this will save you a lot of faults. When you are connecting the cables, either from the panels to the inverter or from the battery to the inverter, ensure that you check for faults such as a short circuit. Thank you so much, my top boss, for watching this video. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel, Top Heights Electricals and Electricians, so that you don't miss any episode that we release regarding especially this subject on the solar backup. And my friend, if you have already subscribed, thank you so much for that, my top boss. It means a lot to us. And if during these hours you will lose profits because of a power outage, then it means that your business will suffer at the end of the month when you will be doing those calculations. Now, what you need to do is to invest in a power backup so that at the point where electricity is on, it is constantly charging your battery through an inverter such as this one. Now, when there is a power outage, the power that has been stored in that battery will continue to supply power to the most essential needs. For instance, we have done this with our customers in the medical industry. They are able to power their most important machines even on an outage, and that is how they continue to make profits when others are complaining and waiting patiently for power to be restored. It is unpredictable when power will be restored, especially during the rainy seasons. And if power outage is experienced throughout the day, it means that your business will suffer. Customers will go missing and will definitely go to businesses that have constant power supply, that have reliable power supply. So, if you want to continue making profits, ensure that you check on this important aspect, which is the inverter together with a power bank or a battery that will continue to supply power to your business. My name is John Gatehi, and this is Top Heights Electricals and Electricians. Goodbye for now.